Hi guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, November 10th, 2015. This is Jennifer. So I want to start right off the top today with the Paper Piecing Vintage Signature Quilt, which is on my wall. It is pieced, and I do think this is going to be a wall hanging. It's not a very large quilt. These are 6-inch blocks, so it's pretty small. But I do think it's going to be a wall hanging. I haven't decided how to finish it yet, so it is going to go with the Project of Doom signature quilt from this year until I decide how to finish those. I have an idea for the POD one, I just haven't quite gotten there yet because there's a lot of other stuff going on in my head right now, which I'm going to share with you in just a minute. The next thing I'm sharing today, I really wanted to show you guys outside, but it's quite gloomy out there, so we're in here with my plethora of lamps to show you a very well-aged UFO that I finished just yesterday. This is my Harry Potter swap quilt that I mentioned last week. I said that it had been partially quilted and then I had to stop working on it because my old machine just stopped working the way it was supposed to. So I had quilted this blue border and I had started quilting the background of a couple of the blocks and it was a disaster. So I ended up leaving this quilting because this quilting was fine for whatever reason. But I did clean out, I picked out all the stitching on the backgrounds of a couple of blocks. And then over the course of the last week, I went in and I quilted all the backgrounds, I quilted all of the red, and I used coordinating colors, so it took me a while to do that and get all the little ends buried and all of that. But this quilt is completely quilted. It has a binding, it has a label. I'm going to wash it today because it has been a UFO since 2008. This is actually from two swaps. It was from a Harry Potter block swap that I did in 2007, and it was from birthday blocks, which I did in 2008. This is the second quilt I've made from that collection of blocks. The first one was more generic-y magic stuff and like magic wand and that kind of thing, and I actually made that into a quilt for Linus, I think last year or year before last. So this is the more specifically Harry Potter quilt. It has a snitch, it's got Harry, Voldemort, Fat Lady, we've got Hogwarts, we have Harry's Patronus, McGonagall, Snape, and here's Harry down here again, Dumbledore, and Tonks. I do want to show you guys the back because I use different colors, so I'm a big fan of the quilting showing on the back but not necessarily on the front, so I tend to use the same color top and bottom so that I get that effect. So I'm hoping you can see this really well. This is one of my favorite pieces of this. This is the back of Snape, and he's outlined in black, and you can see like the detail of his hair. You can see like the detail of his face where I quilted over the applique, which was something that Jen Friesen did previously, Jenny Floor, who used to do Talk to Me Tuesday. So this is entirely done, completely done, 100% done, and quite a few of these patterns are available on Fandom & Stitches. Not all of them are, but quite a few of them are. I also finished my postcards for the Talk to Me Tuesday postcard swap, but I obviously can't show those to you guys because I haven't sent them out yet, so nobody has seen them. I've also started receiving, but I'm going to wait a little while because we have Vicky is participating and she's in the UK and everyone else is in the US, so I don't want to spoil her by showing what I've received, so I'm gonna wait. I also have a few announcements, so I want to do those. They're pretty exciting. First of all, the next Quilt Makers 100 Blocks blog tour is next week, and my day is on the 17th. So I will be sharing with you my newest Quilt Maker block. I will have these in my Etsy store as soon as I receive my order. You guys know from the last couple of times that it's been taking a little bit longer for designers to get their copies. This is one of my complimentary copies, and then I order copies from my shop. So I will have those in soon, and those will be for sale in my Etsy shop. I cannot wait to share this block with you guys. It's one of my favorite things I've ever designed. So that is something exciting to look forward to for next week. That'll be on Tuesday, so you'll look for that before Talk to Me Tuesday because that'll go live at midnight Central Standard Time. The next thing I have to share with you guys is super exciting, and it has to do with the very first quilt and stitch along for 2016 on fandomandstitches.com. This event will take place between January and March. It will be 13 weeks, and it is entirely designed by me. Patterns will be tested by our very own Jules. I will be using these gorgeous batiks to create this quilt. I'm actually going to start probably this week, which I'm really excited about. The very first theme for 2016 is I Want to Believe, an X-Files quilt and stitch along. I am ridiculously excited about this. I'm a big X-Files fan. I have spent the last several months re-watching every season of the X-Files to get inspiration for this Quilt and Stitch Along. I am hoping that you guys enjoy the event as much as I have enjoyed putting it together, and I am anxious to share it in January. As I've probably mentioned before, I don't like to run 2 events on the same website at the same time, but I will also be running a block of the month on So Hooked, so listen for that announcement soon. I'm probably going to announce that one closer to the end of November. But anyway, so fandomandstitches.com, I Want to Believe, an X-Files Quilt and Stitch Along coming January 2016. You guys have a fantastic week, have a crafty week, and be sure and stop by sewhook.com on Tuesday next week, which I will remind you on Tuesday, for the Quilt Makers 100 Blocks blog tour. There will be a giveaway, so make sure you check that out. You guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you next week. Bye. Can you see my finger? Yes, you can.